Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your March 2021 horoscope forecast. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. So please click or tap on the bell notification symbol, because this means that every time I drop a video, you will get a notification of it. Now, if you'd like to chat with me personally about your unique situation, please see below. You can see my list of testimonials and range of services for my one-to-one readings, which I use Zoom or Skype to carry out. Also, if you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign in a more affordable way, my personal horoscope reports, I'm offering a special offer, 30% off, based on your time, date and place of birth, so totally unique to you. And again, please see below for more information. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your March monthly forecast. Now this month begins with the Sun, all about our innate energy and desires. Venus, the planet of love and affection, and of course loot, and Neptune, the planet of sensitivity and compassion and spirituality, all in the second house. The second house is very much about our self-worth, but it's also about our physical resources, our everyday ins and outs when it comes to cash. But on the 4th of this month, I must tell you that Mars moves into your sister air sign of Gemini, and that is absolutely brilliant, because the air triplicity is where you communicate, it's where you flourish. And as much as the Sun, Venus and Neptune are in the second house, which is asking you to be very grounded about resources, what Mars is asking you to do here is to be more playful, more in keeping with your desire to have pleasure, to really see your dreams and wishes be manifest over the following 6 weeks. So very, very exciting. But also in the first week of this month, Mercury and Jupiter in your sign are conjunct. If you are a very individualistically minded Aquarius, this gives you a terrific platform to express your unique way of being, but then receive rewards through that collection of energy in the sign of Pisces. So things that you've been working on for a very long time. It could be years for some people, depending on your age. It could be months, could be weeks. But you're going to start seeing the results this month, which is going to give you a huge sense of uplift. Now, it is true to say that Mercury is still in shadow. What does shadow mean? Well, Mercury went retrograde at 26 degrees in Aquarius. So what's going to happen on the 13th of this month is Mercury gets back to 26 degrees, therefore emerges from shadow. So if there has been a plan that you've wanted to see come to fruition that's been a bit stop-start, there's been changes, alterations, perhaps a case of one step forward, 2 steps back, you're going to see that traction coming through, particularly with the glorious help of Jupiter in your sign. For the first time in 12 years. Then on the 13th, we have a new moon. A new moon's a time to set our intentions, but it also can be a time when we can start to see rewards. So the new moon here, because it links with Neptune, could see rewards coming to you in both a physical sense and also a more spiritual dimension too. So you can start to see your self-worth in a better way, perhaps by viewing yourself and your own relationship with your inner world in a much better and stronger and more stable dimension. Also, we're going to see on the 15th Mercury move into Pisces too. Now, I can only be honest, in technical astrology this is known as one of the detriments. It's a debilitation, if you like. However, for you, I feel this does give you the chance to make progress. It just means things can be a bit fluid, particularly, just to tell you, in the last 4 days, ironically, of March. It could be a little bit of confused information around a financial matter, which you do need your wits about you to deal with. But that new moon, and most importantly in week 2, Venus combining with Neptune, could see some kind of big dream or big hope or big expectation come to pass in your situation. I can't stress enough that Venus in the second house can really be positive. You've probably seen this since around about the 24th of February, that your finances have improved, and that has been very, very reassuring. But now, in the combination with Neptune, it's possible that you're going to be very sacrificing with some of your resources, perhaps to a charity, perhaps you're going to do something for those less fortunate. So you can use the energies of Neptune and Venus together for the good of others, as well as enjoying the best things in life for yourself. Nothing wrong with a little bit of physical and material consumerism. It's just all about balance. And from the 16th to the 21st, that thing that you've been really working towards so painstakingly over such a long time is given a further boost when Venus and Pluto forge a sextile, 60 degrees. So that can be actually much more solid than the Neptune influence. It's something really shaping up that gives you a lot of support. But that wonderful location of Mars in Gemini is really what I love about your chart this month, because although the second house can be about bringing this money in, feeling better about yourself, the fifth house is about you showing just how utterly alluring you can be. You're going to really see a much more easing of the lockdown around the world, I believe, by the end of March. And with having Mars going through your fifth house for most of this month and 2 weeks of April, you know, you're going to be drawing a lot of admirers and a lot of attention your way. I know, it's just fantastic, isn't it? Oh no, I'm married. But then on the 20th, we have the Sun moving into Aries. We have the start of the astrological year, 9:38 in the morning. We have the vernal equinox. So that's something we all love to celebrate. And on the 21st, Venus joins up with the Sun and forges a conjunction. Now, fire, which is where Aries is located, works very well with air because we need oxygen to make fire ignite. Whereas water, where the Sun and Venus have been before, of course, can create steam when you put air with it. So you're going to be gaining traction, and your words, your enthusiasm, even your flirtiness can be very compelling as the last 10 days of this month unfold. And also, the North Node is joined by Mars. Mars is advancing, the North Node's retreating. And you can really spellbind someone in the last 10 days of this month in all sorts of ways. Could be through business with your talent, could be someone you're drawn to romantically. It could be that you're going to add to your family if you really want to have more children or start a family. But also, the two planets that are very contrasting in their energies, Mars go-getting, Saturn very restrictive and held back, they're actually forging a very balanced alliance in the last 2 weeks of this month. So if you are moving forwards on an individual plan, it can be both very impressive, but also very stable, substantive. People can be impressed by what you have to offer. Now, the one thing I haven't mentioned so far is the fact that your two ruling planets continue to be in a dust-up for the whole of this month. And, you know, let's be honest about it. Saturn squaring Uranus has been playing out around the world at just about every level, whether it's to do with politics, whether it's to do with international affairs, whether it's to do with freedom of speech. We've seen a lot of friction. And so how is that going to be for us Aquarius people? I think it really depends on exactly where your personal planets are in your natal horoscope. If you don't know your natal horoscope, you can go onto my website, see the link below, and download one for free. But what it does imply, this combination, is Saturn wants to preserve and Uranus wants to liberate and break free. Uranus is a very fast-moving, quick happening energy, but both are in fixed signs which don't really like change, especially the sign of Taurus, which really prefers the status quo beyond perhaps all other signs. And so therefore that's creating resistance. So There's change coming for sure, but it's not necessarily coming in a way that suits everybody. Some very outspoken interactions are possible with that particular alliance. So, as I say, it just depends on your unique natal chart, how it's going to impact on you, in what way. Could be that Saturn, for example, is in your 12th house. If it's moved beyond your sun, therefore it's in your first house. But we could say with the sun be in the first house that Uranus is pretty well going to be in probably the 4th, maybe the 3rd. So something to do with home, something's changing around where you live, how you live there, the family. Some very core foundations that have been in place for some time could get shook up. But honestly, what's coming in for you is so exciting and so dynamic. You have everything to look forward to. We do have a full moon on the 28th in your sister air sign of Libra, but ironically on the other side of the heavens, Venus, the ruler of Libra, is still allied to the sun. So that's all about everyday communication, and I just feel that there can be a new blaze of ideas, enthusiasm and energy, and it's really sort of giving you a rush, but it may be a bit unsettling. But if there are important conversations to have, choose your words as carefully as you can. And certainly with Mercury and Neptune, as I mentioned before, just coming into contact as the month comes to a close, just watch out the smaller fine print in any kind of financial matter or any kind of transaction. But for now, stay safe, take care, good luck, and goodbye.